you have a more like leftist socialist worldview. So where did that come from? Like, was that from your education, from your upbringing? Like how did you kind of come to that?
Well, I, I like Stephen Kesting and I have talked about this quite a bit. Where it's hard to tell how much of that was already in the jiu-jitsu community, but what really brought it to a head was COVID, because COVID
Mm.
obviously decimated
Lockdowns
the
and
martial
yeah.
arts community and the martial arts industry, right? And here in Canada, it wasn't too bad because whatever complaints I have about our liberal democracy, it definitely doesn't lean anywhere near far enough left for me. But at least they were able to mobilize some kind of relief effort for business owners who were impacted by the lockdowns and the restrictions and the kind of back and forth of it, the uncertainty, which is really what got to a lot of people in the end. Was every time we were waiting for a new update from the Alberta government, it was like, okay, are we going back into lockdown or going into partial lockdown? Some of it was very unclear. Like there were certain things where they seemed to define, like there seemed to be two different categories under which martial arts could reasonably be placed. So sometimes we didn't know what applied to us and what didn't. So it was a really tough situation for us to be able to communicate with our students and try to maintain as much of that base as we could, so that when we reopened, there were people to come back. Right, so that was a really tough time for us, but because of the frustration around that, I think a lot of people in the martial arts community and the fitness community, because of the just general frustration, it was they were a little easier to convince that, oh, this is all overblown, right? These lockdowns aren't necessary. And once you start sort of leaning towards that sort of like you let your
And it also combined with like the health stuff, right? Like the people who thought they were healthy and you don't need this, you don't need that, and it kind of all coalesces,
yeah,
right?
and then